A furious Donald Trump suffered a complete and total meltdown at everybody's favorite right-wing conference, CPAC, over the weekend. Don't believe me? Well, here is Donald Trump talking about how angry he is. I'm angry.
And like it's their form of a military parade, and it makes me angry when I see that.
Isn't he so funny?
Bang!
That woman just laughing uncontrollably.
Angry. When I see that, I get angry.
There you go. So an angry, furious Donald Trump coming up with the latest plan for what Doge is going to investigate. Listen to this one. This does not sound like a two-person job.
We're also going to Fort Knox. I'm going to go with Elon.
I guess he doesn't go anywhere by himself anymore.
And would anybody like to join us? Because we want to see if the gold is still there. We want to see. Wouldn't that be terrible? We open up this Fort Knox. It's just solid granite that's 5 feet thick. The front door, you need 6 musclemen to open it up. I don't even think they have windows. Wouldn't that be terrible if we opened it up and there was no gold there?
You know, to me, it doesn't really seem like that's a two-person job. I don't know that Trump and Elon need to go to Fort Knox just to see if the gold is still there. And of course, you could probably accomplish this with a photograph. I don't know that Trump needs to go at all, but this is what he says they voted for. They voted for Trump and Elon to go on this global love affair looking for gold bars and knickknacks of all kinds. Donald Trump again tells the incorrect story that we were very rich in the past because we collected tariffs, and he blames transgender for why we are no longer rich and or why people don't like tariffs. It's tough to follow this. It's tough to follow this syntactically, and it's tough to follow this ideologically, but this is the famous weave that Donald Trump is known for.
Word tariff is my favorite word in the dictionary. You know, we were the richest relatively from, think of this, from 1870 to 1913. That was our richest because we collected tariffs from foreign countries that came in and took our jobs and took our money, took our everything, but they charged tariffs, and we had so much money, they set up the 1887, think of that, a long time ago, 1887 Tariff Commission. It was a commission of very important people to determine where we should spend all of the tremendous, vast wealth that we had. We had so much wealth. Wouldn't it be nice today? Of course, now we give it away to transgender this, transgender that. Everybody gets a transgender operation. It's just wonderful.
Yep. The reason why, big picture, we are not doing well financially is because of the cost of transgender-related stuff, despite the fact that it is statistically a tiny population. When I say that, I don't mean we don't care about trans people. What I mean is the idea that national tariffs are now being in some way counterbalanced by the fact that people are getting trans operations, as Trump calls them, is just laughable. Now, Donald Trump does bring up, again, the supposed Social Security scam that he and Elon have found, talking about the millions of people who are 150 years old receiving benefits. There's no proof of this. Zero proof that they have presented.
Hopefully in this room will. But there are in the Social Security ranks and files. And what we're doing now is finding out, do they get paid? Do they get paid? In other words, is somebody taking all of this money? So they have over 100 to 109, 4.7 million Social Security numbers. Think of that, from people whose age is over 100. 3.6 million people.
Million. That's interesting.
Whose age is over 110 years. 3.47 million people who are over 120 years of age. 3.9 million people whose age goes from 130 to 139 years of age. 3.5 million whose age goes from 140 to 149 years old. 1.3, see, it's coming down now slowly.
There is not a shred of evidence that anybody who is 150 years old, supposedly, and dead, is receiving a single dollar of Social Security benefits. They have still not proven that even in one instance. And so this is a real lesson in how they claim it a bunch of times, and then it becomes a basis for something we are all supposed to acknowledge as obviously true when they have still not demonstrated it. Trump has assured us that as far as autism goes, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Dr. Oz are going to fix it all for us.
We need him. You know, there's a number on autism as an example with children, autism. And you go back 15 years, it was from 10 to 20,000. You had like 1 in 10 to 20,000. Some say 10, some say 20, but it was in that vicinity. That's a big vicinity. Now it's 1 in 36 babies have autism. 1 in 36. Think of it. It was 1 in probably 20,000 people. Now it's 1 in 36. There's something wrong. Something's wrong, and Bobby is going to find it, working with Dr. Oz, by the way.
I actually think they should recruit the help of Dr. Pepper as well, just to really round out that team. And finally, an extraordinarily confused Trump is still confused between making a claim of political asylum and what it means to come from an insane asylum. He still doesn't understand these are two different things.
Wrong on that. He didn't like people running into our country and taking over our country. I'll tell you, I had 4 years. I don't know if you had this. I couldn't stand it. Don't get angry. Donald, don't get angry, please. I couldn't stand it. Watching these people come in from jails and mental institutions and the
doesn't make any sense. Trump doesn't seem to understand the difference between someone who is in a psychiatric hospital, known to some as a mental asylum or an insane asylum, and coming to the border and requesting political asylum. Trump's confused, and the confusion is really part of the humiliation of America under this mango menace. All right, we are rapidly approaching 3 million YouTube subscribers. Only 3 other progressive channels have ever done it. We are looking to make it a team of 4. If you are watching our videos and you are not subscribed on YouTube, please consider that it is free to hit the subscribe button. And we are doing what we can to reach that insane milestone. Speaking of insane asylums, it is a crazy milestone. When after the first year on YouTube, we had 1,000 subscribers, we've added 30,000 subscribers in the last few days, okay? These are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs numbers. Help us get to the 3 million. I'll give you an update on where we are very soon. Many of us loved eating breakfast cereals as kids, but now that we're adults, you don't want all the sugar and the carbs, which is why I love our sponsor, Magic Spoon, the nostalgically delicious cereal that tastes just like your favorite sugary cereals from childhood, but without the sugar and packed with protein. Every serving of Magic Spoon cereal has 13 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, and 4 net carbs, so you can feel good about what you're eating. The most popular flavors are fruity and cocoa, but there are many more. And if you're already a fan of Magic Spoon, I have big news. Magic Spoon has turned their super popular cereal into high-protein treats that are light, crispy, and crunchy and taste just like the classic crunchy cereal bars. Magic Spoon treats have become a favorite go-to snack because it's an easy way to get 11 grams of protein on the go. And for the first time ever, Magic Spoon treats are available in grocery stores with delicious flavors like marshmallow and chocolatey peanut butter. Get $5 off your next order at magicspoon.com/Pacman or look for Magic Spoon in your nearest grocery store. The link is in the description.